Welcome everybody to another episode of We Inspired. I'm going to be bringing you a traditional dish today. This is one of my favorites. My kids love this. You're going to love it if you follow this recipe. This is 100% authentic traditional Bangladeshi dish. This is a chicken korma, but it's cooked in a Bangladeshi authentic recipe. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. It's very simple. There's not a lot of ingredients to this. Here we are. This is what we have. I've got one baby chicken. This is cut into 4 pieces, 5 pieces including the neck, you know. I've got 3 small onions. I've got about 10 grams of ginger, 1 whole garlic, some bay leaves, some clove and some cinnamon, and a few pieces of cardamom. Don't need to cut these fine because it's going in the blender. Just cutting them into sort of 8 pieces so it's easier to blend. Stick this all in here. Some garlic. Added all the onion, ginger and garlic in here. Just gonna add a little bit of water so it's easier to sort of blend this away. Just a little bit at a time. Ooh. That's blended in really fine. I've added a bit of water here and there, because otherwise it would have taken forever to sort of blend away. I'm going to show you this recipe in such a way, it's unlike any other recipe. This is done in such an easy way. You know, you can go down the route of like sort of chopping the onions, putting the oil in the pan, softening the onions, adding the salt, adding the spices, etc. This is going to be so simple. I'm going to just throw everything in to this pan and you're going to see how this turns out. So there's 4 bits of chicken, like I said, a whole chicken plus the neck part. I don't know if any of you like this. I love this bit. So that's 4 pieces here. We are going to now add the onions. Remember, on a normal curry I would not be blending the onion and everything together. I'd sort of cook it in the pan with the oil and the ghee. But with this Bangladeshi korma, you can do this, I promise you, and you can get away with it. And it's so much more easier. You can add half a cup of water in this to get all the remaining flavor, onion and whatnot out of it. So you see this? Now, I'm gonna add this in here. So what I've added 3 bay leaves, 3 cardamom, 3 cloves and 1 piece of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of butter ghee, 2 tablespoons of oil. So I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Salt to taste, people. Now I've added everything in this pan. All I'm going to do is give it a good mix. Help the chicken cook faster. I have sort of spoiled the chicken. You can see I've cut into them fine and all the pieces. So we're putting this on a high heat for about 30 minutes. There is one more ingredient that's going to go in here, but I'm going to show you this shortly. So it's been about 10 minutes since I put the chicken on the stove. I have reduced the heat to a medium high rather than a high. Look, it's all spitting away. Make sure the chicken is covered properly. Give it a mix so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're gonna come back. We've still got another about 20 minutes or so for it to cook. So it's been cooking away for 20 minutes in total now. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's cooking away. This is exactly how I wanted it. It's on a medium high still. Yeah, that's lovely. So like I said, there's one more ingredient we're gonna add to this, and it's just 1 cup of fresh milk. I'm gonna add this to this. And you let this cook away for another 10 minutes. See you in 10. It's been 30 minutes since we've had this cooking. This is done, your chicken korma. So ladies and gents, that was straightforward. You just throw everything into the pan and you put it on the cooker and let it cook for 30 minutes. It's done now, but so I'm gonna give it a try. First and foremost, and I put some Bangladeshi traditional, this is traditional Bangladeshi pilau rice. This recipe could be found on my last video that I put up. And here we have the traditional Bangladeshi chicken korma. I always like the leg and the thigh piece because the chicken is succulent and soft. So does everybody in my household. Look at that. So here we have it. Simple recipe. I'm going to give this a try. Look at this. I'm going to dip this in nice to the sauce. Give this a try. Bismillah. Oh wow. This is wicked. Always comes out the same. Doesn't matter how many times I cook it. Absolutely fantastic recipe. This is simple. I hope you try this at home. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Check me out on TikTok and Instagram. And if you like this recipe, make sure you put a few comments on the comment box and I'll see you soon.